Hey everyone, thanks for coming back to the BNS channel. So today I want to give you some responses to some of the reasons why you tell me or anybody else why you can't join Scentsy. And I'm not here to pressure people. I'm just giving you my responses to the most common reasons or questions that I get when I'm talking to somebody who wants to join, right? So some of the most common questions or the most common responses I get are things like, I don't have the money for the kit. And my response to that would be, and I understand that. I do understand that sometimes if you're looking for work, you don't have the money that you need to invest to begin this business. And that's what it is. It's an investment in starting a business. And when most people are starting a business, a lot of times they go to the bank for a loan, right, to start a business or to begin a franchise or, any of those things. Now, I'm not suggesting that you go to the bank and you get a loan for $99, but you could ask a friend, you could ask a family member, a parent, a sibling, somebody who may have that $99. Ask them, say, would you invest in me and do a loan for me for that $99 so that I can purchase my kit and I can begin my business, and know that if you do $500 or $600 in your first month, that your first commission check is going to be enough to pay that loan back. So it's pretty quick. It's not not a 3-year extended loan. It's a pretty quick process that you could have somebody invest in you on, right? Another thing that you could potentially do is have a yard sale. Have a yard sale and earn the money for your kit. There's use a credit card. Some people do that too. So there's a lot of different ways that you can obtain that $99. But just remember that it's not just $99. It's an investment in your business. And like I said, most people that are starting a new business would have to go get a loan. So it's not uncommon for you not to have the money to start your business, right? So just find the means of somebody or something that can provide you with that loan, temporary loan, to start. And just like I said, I just know that your target is to do about $500 to $600 in the first month so that you can pay it back right away. And if you don't, it could be, 2 months. Pay half the first month, half the second month, right? So that's the most common question. Another common response I get is, I don't know enough people. Well, here's the deal. Most of us, and I suppose there are some out there that don't, but most of us have 1, 2 friends and family. And the nice thing about that is that you're comfortable talking to those people. You can always ask them to help you start your new business by making a purchase. But also remember that selling is not something that, and this is something else we're going to talk about, but selling isn't necessarily what you want to do anyway. But when you don't have a lot of people that you know to get your business started, that's absolutely fine, because I'll be honest with you, sometimes friends and family aren't the ones that are going to buy from you anyway, ironically enough. So it's up to you to put in some effort to say, hey, you know what, I can go outside of my friends and family. I can meet new people. I can, if you belong to a school or a club or a church, you're bound to know people. And it's just to step outside of your comfort zone sometimes and just say, hey, you know what, I want to share something with you. I just started a new business and I'm looking for some help to expand it and to get out there and let people know that I'm doing this, and I'm just really asking for a little bit of help. Would you, either want to look at a catalog or maybe even consider doing a little gathering for your friends, and I can go and show it to them, right? So there's a lot of different ways there too, that having no friends and family doesn't really matter. And I say this all the time, if Walmart, now just hear me out. If Walmart had started their business, from the get-go, right? Think about Walmart before they even opened their doors to anybody. Said, you know what, we're just going to sell to our friends and family, and we're gonna, hope for the best and know that they're gonna keep us going. Well, that's not what happened, right? Because obviously what would have happened then is the doors would have closed. They would not have had enough business to sustain a store with all the overhead that comes with it. So what they depended on, because if you remember, I don't know that I've ever seen a Walmart commercial. I just don't know that I've ever seen a Walmart commercial. So they've relied on word of mouth, on referrals, on people seeing it as they drive by, right? The sign on my window in my vehicle. They relied on that word being spread about this new place that all of a sudden people are saying, oh God, did you go to that place called Walmart? They've got really low prices and they got pretty much everything there. You should check it out, right? So that's what you're going to depend on as well with your friends and family, is that for a fact that your friend has at least one person in her friend and family circle that you don't know. Your family has friends that you don't know. So that's when you go up to them and say, hey, can you help me? Hook me up with somebody that I don't know. Right? Right. Okay, so that response of saying I don't know anybody, or I don't have anybody I don't have any friends and family, that's the response that I would give them. Another response that I usually get is, I don't know how to sell. I'm not a salesperson. And my response to that is good. I don't want you to be a salesperson, because the salespeople are people that potentially can sound pushy. They can sound salesy. And the first thing that people do when you hear that is they shut off anyway. So they're probably not going to buy from you. So you don't want to be salesy. You don't want to have that sales aspect. Okay, so going back to the referrals that I was talking about on the last comment is so take, and I've talked to you guys about the gum analogy. If you haven't, go look it up. But there are certain things that you do on a daily basis that you talk about to others, whether it's going to a good restaurant, going to a new gym, all of these things that you experience. If it's a pleasant experience and if it's a not pleasant experience, what do? We share that information with others, with friends and family. Oh, you should go to this new restaurant. They just opened up on the corner. Really good food. The service was spectacular, right? So you're sharing with people something that you love. So if you love Scentsy and you love their product and you've been buying their product, then being a salesperson isn't necessary, because you're going to just share it with people anyway because you love it. That also takes the stress off of your business, right? It takes the stress off of feeling like you're pressuring people, right? And so when people say that, I don't want to feel like I feel like I'm pressuring people. I feel like I'm bugging them. Well, then you're being salesy if that's how you feel. You are bugging them if you're being salesy. But if you're sharing information with people and you're sharing the product with people, you're letting them try it, you're letting them see it, you're using the product yourself, all you need to do is share about it. I used to have a saying a couple years back where I would say, live Scentsy, talk Scentsy, and share Scentsy. So you're living it by having it incorporated in part of your life. You're talking about it to everybody and you're sharing it with people. Right? So that would be my response for people that say, I don't know how to do sales. Another common one that I get sometimes, because I do a lot of online stuff is, I don't have a car. I can't do parties. Well, yeah, you can. I live in a town of 198 people. I have a car, and I can do parties that are far away from me. But the majority of my business is done right online. And to be honest with you, our society now lives online too. That's part of where we are and who it kind of somewhat identifies who we are, right? So if you don't have a car, that's all right. Do your business online. You know, set up a time where people come and pick up a basket party from you. Set up a time where people come and pick up their orders, or have it shipped to them directly. Right? All of these things are doable. All of these things are doable. You have the ability to utilize video nowadays, and video's huge. You know, it's the way things are, and you can show who you are. You could Skype into somebody's house. You know, they invite all the people, and you Skype into them to do the party. Live demo. Set it up at your house and do the party over Skype or FaceTime or whatever. All of these technologies are available now. Use Periscope. You know, Periscope's a great platform for doing parties. Hangouts here on YouTube. Those are great platforms for doing parties. Facebook Live. My goodness, that's one of the hugest ones now that I've been utilizing. Do it right on your page, on your fan page, on your personal, wherever, in your customer group. So not having a vehicle, there's ways to work around that. And that kind of goes along with having a disability. If you have a disability, a lot of people will say, I don't want it, you know, I don't want to start this business because my disability is going to hold me back. Well, I'm here to tell you that for the same reasons that you don't have a car, which is not a disability, you can do the same things online. I have people on my team or in Scentsy that are deaf. You've seen some of my videos that I've translated into sign language. Right? I have some that are incapacitated. They're in a wheelchair, or sometimes they're bedridden. I have one that has a ventilator on her, and she can't really even talk. So that is not something that should be holding you back, that you don't have a car or that you have a disability. All right? So I think I'm going to wrap up this video because those are the main things that I get when I'm talking to people about the opportunity and the business aspect, you know, the entrepreneurship that you would undertake. And you know, another one is people say, well, I don't want to have inventory. I don't want to buy all of this stuff. Well, don't buy anything. What you get in your kit is all you need. Honestly. And I've told this story before. When I first started Scentsy, I used to buy stuff all the time because I thought everybody needed to see all of the warmers and wants all of the wax as wax, not the testers, all of the products. And yeah, I was doing okay. I was doing well. But one of my uplines said, Edie, why don't you go with just what you got in your kit? This was a year after I started. So I went back to what my kit was. I went and did a party, and I had the same amount of sales. So all you need is what's in your kit. That's the beauty of this. And the only time you would ever want inventory is if you're going to be doing events, fairs and shows, right? Otherwise, you don't. That was a big tractor trailer in the road. Otherwise, you don't. You know. Totally lost my train of thought. Oh, all right, guys. I am done with this video. If you have questions or you have concerns that I haven't addressed on this video, reach out to me. You know, either comment below. If you're not comfortable with people seeing it, then just send me a message. My information is in the info bar below. And understand that, you know, even if you think that this isn't for you or that you're not going to be great at it, what is it going to hurt to try? And the people that I've told that to that have taken me up on it have been pleasantly surprised. And that's the part that I want you to foresee. If it doesn't work for you, that's okay. All the stuff that you got in your kit is yours. Oh, our roads are bumpy. Sorry. You know, all of that stuff is yours. You get to keep it. And it's well over $99 worth of value, so you're not losing anything. Give it a try. Give it 6 months. That's what I always tell people. Give it 6 months, because you're going to go through some slow times and some really busy times. And I want you to feel both of those so that you have an understanding of what it is that you like or don't like. You know, so give it a good 6 months. And if it's not for you, then that's fine. Okay? All right, everyone. We'll see you on the next video. Bye.